Some say Jurassic Park 2 was great. Others, like me, say, I love Jeff Goldblum, but him carrying a whole film, I don't think so. But Sam Neill carrying a whole film, that works. What's going on, people? Alex Thorn here, and I'm just a rock and roller who in his downtime likes to watch Jurassic Park movies while wearing a bandana. And while we're on this Jurassic Park / world journey, we are making our stop at the highly controversial and kind of criticized and forgotten Part 3. After being persuaded by a wealthy businessman to conduct an aerial tour of Isla Sorna, InGen's second site for a failed Jurassic Park experiment, Dr. Alan Grant, Sam Neill, discovers the true reason for the invitation. A tragic accident maroons the party of 7, and they must attempt to escape with their lives. Now look, I was super annoyed with the reason that Ian Malcolm had to go back to Jurassic Park in this other island. You know, his woman, knowing what he's been through, still went to that island. His daughter, knowing how dangerous this could be, still went to that island with him without him knowing. And so I was super annoyed with that. But in this one, I can completely understand why Sam Neill's character would go, because this wealthy couple talked them into it for an enormous amount of money and said they would never be landing. But little does he know that saying yes for money just to give them a tour guide of the place, because that's their wish, because they're rich, would turn into a rescue mission for their son. Now here's the thing, they don't understand that this is not the same Jurassic Park island that he was on in the first entry. This is a completely different island that has very evolved and different dinosaurs. You know, in this one, they replaced the T-Rex, and I remember that being the big deal. There's a brand new king out there, and it was called the Spinosaurus Rex. And there's a scene in this movie where that Spinosaurus Rex takes on the T-Rex and kills him pretty quickly. And people were pissed about that in 2003. When watching this movie back for this review, it was all coming back to me, the excitement I had. You can see it if you're a member of the channel. Hint, hint, we have memberships and there's exclusive content there. More about that down below. But as I was watching that trailer, I felt the same excitement today as I felt back then. And as I watched this movie, I still felt that wonder of like, man, this Spinosaurus looks like it's really there. It doesn't look like the CGI of Part 2. And when I watched the special features, because that was a thing on DVDs and a big thing back then, and we cared about it, they weren't just YouTube videos. They built an actual Spinosaurus and made the T-Rex fully CGI. So they had this battle between the T-Rex and the Spinosaurus that was a physical dinosaur versus the CGI ones. Outside of that, there's another creature that's back, and this time they're smarter. The Velociraptors are now feathered and can set traps and talk to each other. There was a hint of that in Part 1. There was a hint of that in Part 2. But in Part 3, it is fully made realized when they start calling out to each other. This movie also introduces the first time we ever see a flying dinosaur, the pterodactyl. At one point, they end up in this huge cage, but they don't know what it is until the last minute, and they realize they are in a gigantic bird cage. And what could be there? Man, we get the pterodactyl coming out like a horror movie out of the smoke. It is an amazing scene. Now, I know I was speaking about Sam Neill and Dr. Alan Grant, but as small as the role she plays in this one is, Ellie Sattler is back in this movie, and she is Dr. Alan Grant's lifeline. even though she has a child, even though she's moved on, and this never gets talked about. But she's back in this movie. And seeing that special combination of Ellie and Alan is just as special in part 3 as it is in Dominion when you see them back together. For as much crap that gets talked about this movie being, I don't know really. I just know it's not looked at well. I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. And I think with that being said, we should get to the does it hold up rating system for Jurassic Park 3. As for effects, I'm gonna give this movie 4 bandanas out of 5. I thought the effects have been smoothened out tremendously on the Blu-ray I saw. I cannot wait to see this in 4K. As for acting, I'm gonna get it 5 bandanas out of 5. Everybody does their role and does it well and believable. And as for story, I'm gonna give it 5 bandanas out of 5. I dig this story. It's memorable, it isn't complicated, it gets to the point. So according to Alex Thorn and Thorn Theater, to answer the question of does Jurassic Park 3 hold up? Not only yes, but hell yes. But what about you guys? Do you guys feel that Jurassic Park 3 is better than 2? Do you think it's good? Do you think it gets too much hate? Are you a fan? Let's talk about it down below, guys. And as I mentioned to you earlier, you know that this channel has memberships. There's 2 tiers, and 2 tiers called Plus and Ultimate. And when you become a Plus member, you get exclusive trailer reactions. You get exclusive shorts. You get behind the scenes photos. But when you become an Ultimate member, not only do you get the exclusive Thorn Theater membership card, just like the good old mom and pop video store days, but you also get exclusive reviews every single month. You get to ask and request for your own reviews, just like fellow Ultimate member Danny G asked on this channel, and you get to view content early before anybody else. So consider taking a look at the memberships for this channel. Guys, outside of that, we are in July. And what does that mean? There is a new promo code. You see these cool lights behind me? You see the cool lights that are flashing in front of the screen right now? Yeah, I've got over 25 Govee products, and they're all being controlled by Wi-Fi, by the app. And my whole home is basically centered around Govee, from lights to purifiers to kettles. So if you want to dive into your own world and create your own atmosphere in your home, check out Govee and the 10% off code down below. Guys, you know what I gotta do. I'm Alex Thorn, and I gotta rock out, watch some more Jurassic Park movies, and review them for you.